Devadat, what are these 5 forms of eternal service?
Krishna Prabhuji, Naam Jap, Bhajan.
Don't speculate. Pradeep, what are the 5 forms of eternal service?
Devotional service.
Please hear attentive. What are the 5 forms of devotional service? When 5 types of devotional service are being asked, you were saying devotional service? It is so simple. What to speak here? What are you people, hearing, or what are you having a... Pradeep, it is shameful if you don't know what are the 5 forms of devotional service. Then you are just wasting your time. Jagannath, Manoram Prabhu.
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. They are the different rasas through which one is performing devotional service. So, Santa Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya.
Very simple, such basic. You don't know that? But the problem is the heart is somewhere else. So Krishna will not give you the intelligence to answer. What to say? This is called rasa bhas. In the sweetness of the mellow which is flowing, you put salt. When nice preparation of sweet rice is to be prepared, instead of sugar, you add salt and spoil it. Sankirtane purna hoiba sakala samsar. Ghare ghare hoiba prema bhaktira prachar. The whole world will be filled with the sound of Sankirtan. When pure devotional service will be preached from house to house. The pastimes of Gauranga are nicely described in the prayers of the demigods. The whole world will achieve complete happiness by proper glorification of Lord Krishna. This is the sutra for happiness. The code for happiness is the proper glorification of Lord Krishna. Then loving service to the Supreme Lord will be preached in every house. From this, we will get an indication that the Lord wants each person to become adept at kirtan and preaching. So how you will become adept at kirtan and preaching? If you don't hear, if you don't contemplate, only those who worship Lord Hari are real acharyas and preachers of pure devotional service to the Lord. By artificially imitating the worship of Hari, no preaching is successful, because that is not the proper behavior. Only those devotees who are well behaved, free from bad association, and engaged in the devotional service of the Lord are able to preach in every house. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is giving the qualification that what will differentiate between one who is a substantial devotee and one who is a devotee of show only. Those who are well behaved, free from bad association. Bad association means non-devotee association. And engaged in the devotional service of the Lord Krishna are able to truly preach in every house. Ki kahebe prithvira ananda prakash tumi nitya kariba miliya sarvadas. How can we describe the happiness that this earth planet will enjoy when you dance along with your servants? ये तुम्हारा पाद पद्मा नित्य ध्यान करे tasabar prabhave amangala hare. So how to remove the inauspiciousness in this age of Kali? Ye tomara pad padma nitya dhan kare. The mere presence of those who constantly meditate on your lotus feet vanquishes all inauspiciousness. Tasabar prabhave amangal hare. So how the inauspiciousness, how the distress, or how the frustration of this world can be mitigated or resolved is the presence of such devotees who are always meditating on your dancing posture, on your lotus feet. Each of these Supreme Lord incarnation preach and benefit some particular persons. But in your incarnation, there's Gauranga, you will benefit the entire world by inaugurating the process of Kirtan. You will dance with innumerable servants and make the entire world jubilant. Srila Prabodhanand Saraswati Pad has written in his Chaitanya Chandramrit 5 as follows. Kaivalyam narkayate Tridasha pura akash pushpayate Durdanta indriye kala Sarpapatli protakta damastrayate Vishwam purna sukhayate Vidhi mahendradesh कीर्तयते यत् करुण्या कटाक्ष वैभवान्तं tam gauram evastuma. For a devotee who has received Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's merciful glance, Kaivalya, Kaivalya means merging into the existence of Brahman. Kaivalya Mukti appears hellish. Kaivalyam Narkayate. The heavenly planets appears like phantasmagoria. Then Tridasha Pur Akash Pushpayate. And Duranta Indriya Kala Sarpa Patali. So the heavenly planets looks like phantasmagoria. They are not interested. They are neither interested in merging into the Brahman, that is Jnana, nor are they interested into going to enjoy the heavenly planet, that is Karma. Jnana Karmadi Anavritam. Their senses appear like serpents with broken teeth. Durant Indriya Kala Sarpa Patali. When the serpent, when its teeth is broken, then he cannot inject poison. That means the senses have lost attraction for sense objects, or they have become purified. The entire world becomes a replica of Vaikuntha, Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. And the positions of the demigod headed by Brahma and Lord Indra is considered equal to that of a tiny insect. Such is the glory of one who is performing on these three aspects. Now, what are the three aspects? That he is well behaved, free from bad association, and engaged in devotional service. So he can come to this level where he is Kaivalyam Narkayate, Tridasha Pur Akash Pushpayate, Durant Indriya Kala Sarpa Patali, and Vishwam Purna Sukhayate. And of course, Vidhi Mahindradischa Kitayate, that of a tiny insects. Padatale khande prithvira amangala drishti matra dasya dik hoye sunirmala. As such persons dance, the touch of the lotus feet destroys all the inauspiciousness of the world. By their glance, the 10 directions are purified. So those devotees who are singing and dancing for your pleasure, what is the potency of such devotees? The demigods are reciting here. He's saying that Padatale Khanda Prithvi Ramangal. By the touch of their lotus feet, because they are dancing for your pleasure, they destroy the inauspiciousness of the entire planet Earth. Prithvi Ramangal. And Dishtri Matra Dashadik Hoye Sunirmal. And by their glance, by their just mere one sight, the 10 directions are purified. So much is the potency of those who are pure devotees in the following in the line of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Bahutali nachite swargera vignanash hena yasha yena nitya hena thoradas. Such are your glories, such is the dancing. Bahutuli nachite swargera vignanash. Why? When the devotees they raise their hands and they look upwards, so just by this mere act, what happens? That they destroy the vigna of the heavenly planets. Bahutuli nachite swargera vignanash. The inauspiciousness of even the disturbances of even the heavenly planets are destroyed. Hena yash, hena nitya, hena toradat. Such is the glory or fame of hena nitya, of your dancing and the dancing of your associates and of your servants. The temporary material world is full of threefold miseries. Uninterrupted happiness is not found even in the heavenly planets. In the course of enjoying heavenly pleasure, there are two impediments. Aversion to the Supreme Lord due to sense gratification and being deprived of heavenly pleasure achieved through pious activities by the demons. When the demigods who reside on the heavenly planets raise their arms and happily dance with a desire to serve Lord Vishnu, the fallible heavenly planets no longer remain hated. The characteristics of Krishna devotees are like those of the demigods. Except that the devotees are freed from all material desires, such devotees of Krishna can raise their arms and dance in ecstasy. So we should perform kirtan, and in kirtan we should dance. The heroic activities of the Supreme Lord are spotless and bestows all auspiciousness. The devotees of the Supreme Lord also possess such extraordinary qualities. The word hena means this type or this kind. Very beautiful verse. Padabhyam bhumir disho drigbhyam dorabhyam cha mangalam diva bahudotha shadayate rajan Krishna bhaktasya nirtyata. Padabhyam bhumir disho drigabhyam. And whom is speaking? Is speaking to Rajan. So it is being spoken to Maharaj Parikshit, that my dear king, when Krishna's devotee dance in kirtan, they destroy the inauspiciousness of the earth by the touch of their feet. Padebhyam bhumir disho dirgabhyam. So all the inauspiciousness of the earth is removed by the touch of the lotus feet of Krishna's dancing devotee, Vauranga's dancing devotee. And Bahu Shodhate Rajan. Shodhyate Rajan. Shodhyate means to purify. Shodh. Ashodh is impure and Shodh is pure. So Bahu Dhota Shodhyate Rajan. By their glance, they purify all the directions and the higher planetary systems by their upraised arm. This verse is found in Padma Puran and in the Hari Bhakti Sudodaya. Se Prabhu apane tumi sakshat hoya karibe kirtana prema bhakta goshti laya e mahima Prabhu varni bare kara shakti tumi vailaibo veda gopya Vishnu bhakti. So Vrindavan Das Thakur is admitting his incompetence. Oh Lord, you will personally appear and perform kirtan with your pure devotees. O Lord, who has the power to describe your glories? You will distribute devotional service to Lord Vishnu that is unknown through the Vedas. Beautiful verse. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur is quoting. We can revise. O Lord Gaurasundar, you are non-different golden form of the son of the king of Raja. You will appear in this world along with your associates and enjoy the pastime of distributing love of God through the process of Krishna. Neither the demigods nor the human beings are able to properly describe your glories. The knowledge of demigods and human beings is mundane. That means it is material. The most beneficial work of distributing pure service to Krishna, which is hidden in the Vedas and not manifest to all, is only possible in your incarnation as Gaura. Sri Damodar Swarup Prabhu, Swarup Damodar Goswami, has written in his notebook, Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunavatirna Kalo Samarpaitum Unnatujvala Rasam Swabhakti Shriyam Haripurat Sundara Dviti Kadam Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spuratova Sachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost core of your heart, of my heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold. He has descended in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most elevated mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. मुक्ति दिया ये भक्ति रखा गोप्य करी आमी सब ये निमित्त अभिलाष करी. You easily avoid liberation, but you keep devotional service hidden. We have a desire to attain the devotional service. So this is mentioned where? This is who is giving this prayer? Shukdev Goswami. जगतेर प्रभुर तुमी दिवाहेना धना तुम्हार कारुण्य सबे इहारा कारना. O Lord, you will freely distribute the treasure of devotional service throughout the world, simply due to your causeless mercy. This is demigods praying. We are demigods decorated with all good qualities. We are beyond the jurisdiction of poverty. We therefore have no ulterior motive. Our only desire is to serve Lord Vishnu. Since we are bereft of the Lord's devotional service, we pray that we may regain that service. Who will bestow on all sinful persons of the world the qualification to serve the Supreme Lord, which is the topmost treasure? Although no one is qualified to achieve this benediction, you have the power to bestow causeless mercy on such worthless persons. Therefore, your causeless mercy is the only means of obtaining. So these are the prayers, very intense prayers, the series of verses that we are reciting by the demigods. As Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is quoting, ये तुम्हारा नाम है प्रभु सर्व यज्ञ पूर्ण से तुम्ही होइला नवद्वीपे अवतीर्ण. By the chanting of whose holy name all sacrifices are performed. ये तुम्हारा नाम है प्रभु सर्व यज्ञ पूर्ण. Not just performed, they become पूर्ण, they become perfect. से तुम्ही होइला नवद्वीपे अवतीर्ण. That the same Lord has now appeared in Navadip. There are 4 types of sacrifices: meditation, fire sacrifice, deity worship, and kirtan. These are the flames are performed by chanting the holy names of Hari. All sacrifices are complete only by chanting your names that you have given. So how do we meditate? By hearing the name. By hearing. When we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, so if we try to focus and hear, if we are hearing the mantra, then we are in meditation. And what is the purpose of fire sacrifice? Is to please Lord Vishnu. So there is recitation of the mantras whenever oblation is offered in the fire sacrifice. So that is Nam Sankirtan. Deity worship is never alone. There is always Kirtan. Deity worship is supported by Kirtan. And of course, Kirtan is chanting on the glories of the Supreme Lord. So all are perfected by chanting the holy names of the Hari. All sacrifices are complete only by chanting your names that you have given. You have appeared in Navdeep to preach these holy names. Ei kripa kara prabhu hoi asadaye yena ami sabara dekhite bhagya hoye. O Lord, please be merciful to us so that we may have the fortune to see your pastimes. So everyone is lining up. In the beginning, we saw who was lining up? Brahma and Shiva, and the best of the demigods. The demigod continues their prayers. Let us be fortunate enough that we may see your eternal Gaura pastime in this material world. Etadina Gangara Purila Manoratha Rumi Krida Kariba Ye Chira Bhimata. The long cherished desire of the Ganges will now be fulfilled when you sport in her waters. ये तुम्हारा योगेश्वर सबे देखा ध्याने से तुम्ही विदित होइबा नवद्वीप ग्रामे. You who are seen through the yogis meditation as Yogeshwara will now be seen in the village of Navadip. Navadip Pratiyo Thahu Kaka Namaskara Sachi Jagannath Grihe Yatha Avatara. We therefore offer our respectful obeisances to Sri Navadip, where the Lord appeared in the house of Sachi Devi and Jagannath, who is glorifying all the demigods. We are offer our obeisances to the abode that is qualified for receiving a lotus feet. That abode is not different from Durga or Neela, which is the manifestation of Narayan's energy and worshipable by all the devotees. You remember? Bhu Shakti, Shri Shakti, and Neela Shakti. Three. The Neela Shakti is the representation of the abode, the Dham. That Yogpit which is situated in Sri Mayapur is the site of Sachi and Jagannath's house, wherein the Lord took birth. In other words, Sri Navdeep Dham is composed of pure goodness and is not different from Vrindavan. It is the basis of 9 types of devotional service for devotees who have taken shelter of the spiritual master. Matta Brahmanda Devata Pratidine Gupta Rahi Ishwarera Karina Astavane. In this way, the demigods headed by Lord Brahma would daily offer prayers in seclusion. Sachi Garbhe Vaisha Sarva Bhuvanera Vas Paguni Purnima Si Hoila Prakash. The Lord who is the shelter of all universes. Sarva Bhuvanera Vas remained in the womb of Sachi Devi until the Phaguli Purnima gradually approached. The Supreme Lord, who is the resting place of innumerable Vaikuntha planets and material universes composed of wisdom, has appeared in the womb of Sachi. The Lord remained in the womb of Sachi until the full moon night of the month of Phagun in the year 1486. The words Sachi Garbha Sindhu was the form of pure goodness. Anantam Brahmandeyata Achmangala Sei Purnamaya Si Milila Sakala. All the auspicious symptoms present throughout unlimited universes appear together on that full moon night. This full moon day became most auspicious as all favorable symptoms gathered together. Sankirtan Sahita Prabhura Avatar Grahanera Chale Tatha Karena Prachar. Thus the Lord simultaneously appeared along with the congregational chanting. Sankirtana Sahita Prabhura Avatar, which he inaugurated on the pretext of lunar eclipse. Grahanera Chale Taha Karena Prachar. And when he appeared, what was the position? That there was lunar eclipse. And because lunar eclipse was there, everyone was chanting. So he took to the route of deception to deceive everyone to chant. How? By infusing the eclipse of the moon. But some of the acharyas says that it was not imposed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was imposed by the moon himself. Why? Because it was Purnima, it was the full moon night. But the moon of Sachi Devi and Jagannath Mishra appeared. Chandroday. What is the name of our ISKCON temple in Mayapur? It is called Chandroday. Because that moon has arisen, and the glory and beauty of that moon, which has appeared in the courtyard of Sachi and Jagannath, is million times more. So this moon was trying to hide. It's trying to hide to save embarrassment. So what it did? It did a deal. It did a deal with Rahu, so that the planet Rahu comes in between. And it does not have to appear. And it cannot be compared. And it will not have embarrassment. That this moon is much inferior to the moon which has arisen in the courtyard of Sachi and Jagannath. So Grahanera Chale. Very beautiful. It is Grahanera Chale Taha Karena Prachar. So the purpose was twice. The purpose was to make everyone chant. Otherwise, people will not chant because it was Grahan. So they were forced to chant. And the purpose was to make them chant, to preach. So it was filled. It was fulfilled. So the arrangement was made that it was eclipse. It was a time of eclipse, lunar eclipse. Thus the Lord simply appeared for the congregational chanting of the holy name, which he inaugurated on the pretext of lunar eclipse. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj makes it clear the tradition of chanting the names of Hari for fruitive results during solar and lunar eclipse have been current since time immemorial. Please hear very attentively. The tradition of chanting the names of Hari for fruitive results. This is not out of devotion. It is out of desire. Although such chanting of the holy names yields insignificant fruits, Śrī Caitanya Dev coincidentally appeared while everyone was thus engaged. Ishwarera karma bhujai bara shakti kaya chandra achadile rahu ishwara ikshaya. It become more condensed. Who has the power to understand the activities of the Lord? By his desire, Rahu covered the moon. So there was this lunar eclipse. Sarvanavadipe dekhe hoila grahana uthila mangala dhvani Shri Hari Kirtana. When the inhabitants of Navadip saw the eclipse, they began to chant the auspicious name of Hari. Ananta Arbudha Loka Ganga Snane Yaya Hari Bolo Sabadhaya. Millions of people went to bath in the Ganges while chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. As the lunar eclipse took place that evening, everyone engaged in chanting the holy names of Hari and bathing in the Ganges as though unknowingly celebrating the appearance of the Lord. Hena Hari Dhvani Hoila Sarva Nadi Aya Brahmande Puraya Dhvani Sthana Nahi Paya. The whole of Navadip was filled with the sound vibration of the name of Hari. Indeed, the sound vibration filled the entire universe and beyond. Brahmanda Puriya Dhvani Sthana Nahi Paya. There was no sthan which was rikta or empty. Everything was filled with the loud reverberation of the holy names. Apurva suniya sabe Bhagavata gana sabe bole nirantara hoka grahana. Hearing the wonderful vibration, all the devotees remarked, let there be perpetual eclipse. So the devotee's desire is to spread holy name. So this is the most favorable situation. Why? Because of the eclipse, everyone is chanting Hare Krishna. So the devotee's desire is, let there be perpetual eclipse. Sava bole nirantara hoka grahana. सबा बोले आजी बड़ा वाशिया उल्लास हेना बोजी किवा Krishna karila prakash. All the devotees said, from the great happiness that we are feeling today, it can be understood that Krishna must have appeared. Ganga stane chalila sakala bhakta gana nirvadi chaturdike hari sankirtana. As the devotees all went to take bath in the Ganges, the vibration of the names of Hari was continually heard from all directions. Kiva Shishu Vridha. Hare Krishna, connection is on. You are able to hear? Should I continue?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu. Kiva Shishu Vridha Nari Sajjana Durjana Sabe Hari Hari Bole Dekhiya Grahana. Whether one was Shishu, yeah, or Vridha or old, Nari, woman, Sajjan means pious and Durjan means impious. Everyone was engaged in chanting the name of Hari while observing the eclipse. Hari bole sabe suni sakala brahmande vyapi lekha Hari dhvani. All one could hear was Hari bol, and thus the name of the Lord Hari was heard throughout the entire universe. चतुर्दिके पुष्प वृष्टि करे देवगना जय शब्द धुन धुबी भजाए अनुक्षण. So the demigods from the heavenly planets, Pushpa Vrishti, from all directions they were showering the petals of the flowers. And not only that, but they were also playing. They were offering the flowers and they were playing the dundubi, cattle drums. And while they chanted Jaya Jaya Anukshana without interval. Hena samay sarva jagat jivana avatirna hoilena Shri Sachi-nandana. At that very moment, the life of all living entities, Shri Sachi-nandana, made his appearance. So Mahaprabhu appeared. Rahu Kevala Indu Prakash Nam Sindhu Kali Mardana Bhaje Ban Pahu Bhela Prakasha Bhuvana Chatura Dasha Jaya Jaya Padila Goshana. When the moon was covered by Rahu, when the ocean of the holy names was manifest, when Kali was subdued, and when the flag of victory was raised, at that time the Supreme Lord appeared, and the 14 worlds filled with the sound of Jai Jai. When the sun and moon are at opposite extremes in their orbits, their shadows from Rahu and Ketu, when the sun and moon are 6 rashis or signs from each other, or when they are at 180 degrees, the residents of this planet see the shadow of the earth fall on the moon. This shadow is called Rahu, technically. When the sun is covered by the shadow of the moon, it is said to be eclipsed by Ketu or Rahu. Also at that time of the lunar eclipse, the earth shadow is called Rahu. The word Kavala means swallow. At the time of the lunar eclipse or the swallowing of the moon by Rahu, people chant the holy names of the Lord and the flag of victory over Kali is raised. The word Pahu means Lord and the word Bhela means become. The 14 worlds consist of 7 upper planets, Bhur, Bhuvar, Swar, Mahas, Janas, Tapas and Satya, and the 7 lower planets, Atal, Vital, etc. Dekhite Gauranga Chandra, Nadiyara Loka Shoka, Sabanashala, Dine Dine Badala Ananda. The happiness of the people of Nadia daily increased, and their lamentation was vanquished, as they saw the moon like Lord Gauranga. Dhundhabi baje, shata shankha gaje, baje venu vishana. Śrī Caitanya Thakur Nityananda Prabhu Vrindavan Das Gana. Cattle drums were sounded. Dhundhubi. Hundreds of conch shells were blown. Shata shankha gaje. And baje venu vishana. Flutes and horns were played. In this way, Vrindavan Das Thakur sings the glory of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Śrī Nityananda Prabhu. Jinina Ravi Kara Shriyanga Sundara Nayane Heraina Pari Ayata Lochana Ishata Bankima Upamana Hika Vichari. The Lord's beautiful bodily features cannot be perceived, for they outshine the rays of the sun. His broad eyes, which were upturned at the ends, have no comparison. His broad eyes, which are upturned at the ends, have no comparison. Immediately when we talk of eyes, one deity comes right in front. Very, very big, bold, beautiful eyes. Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. The word Jinina Ravi Kara means defeating or conquering the sun's rays. Another reading of Sri Anga Sundara is Sri Anga Ujara or effulgent limbs. The rays of the suns are intensely bright and impossible to look. Yet the body of Sri Gaura is even more effulgent. So it was impossible to look at him. Gaura's glance and broad eyes are matchless, and his body is non-different from the body of Krishna. Aju Vijay Gauranga Avani Mandale Chaudike Suniya Ullasa Eka Haridhvani E Brahma Bhari Suni Gauranga Chandera Prakasha. Due to appearance of Sri Gauranga in this world, the sound vibrations of Hari name spread throughout the universe up to Brahmaloka. Chandane Ujjvala Vaksha Parisara Dolaye Tathi Vanamala Chanda Shushitala Shri Mukha Mandala Ajanu Bahu Vishala. So it is talking about the transcendental beauty, rupa, form of the Lord, his various limbs. The Lord's broad chest is smeared with bright sandalwood pearl and decorated with the flower garland. Chandane Ujjvala Vaksha, Vakshasthala, Parishara, Dolaya Tathe Vanmala. And on the Vakshthal, what is dancing is the Vanamala, flower garden. Made of Vanamala. Why it is called Vanamala? Krishna is Vanamali because these are forest flowers. Chanda Shushitala, Shri Mukha Mandala. The Lord's sweet face is as soothing as the full moon, and his long arms stretched to his knees. Ajana Lambita Bujau. Dekhiya Chaitanya Bhuvane Dhanya Dhanya Uthai Jaya Jaya Nada Koi Nachata Koi Gayata Kali Hoila Harishe Vishada. All the living entities in the world are blessed to see Chaitanya. Dekhiya Chaitanya Bhuvane Dhanya Dhanya. And what is the result? Koi Nachata, some dance. Koi Gayata, some chant. Koi Hoila Harise Vishada. And some loudly exclaim, Jaya Jaya Kali. Kali, however, feels sad and laments. So only one person, one personality was unhappy apart from the entire world when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and that is Kali. क्यों? क्योंकि कली का बिजनेस बंद. चैतन्य महाप्रभु के आविर्भाव के बाद कली का बिजनेस बंद. He was the only person who was lamenting. चारि वेद शिरा मुकट चैतन्य पामर मूढ़ नाही जाने श्री चैतन्य चंद्र निताई ठाकुर वृंदावन दास गाने. Sri Chaitanya is the crown on the head of the four Vedas. Chari Veda Shira Mukuta Chaitanya. But sinful and foolish people cannot understand this. Vrindavan Das Thakur is heavy. Sri Vrindavan Das Thakur sings the glories of Sri Chaitanya Chandra and Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Chaitanya Dev is like the crown on the Upanishads, which are like the heads of the four Vedas. In other words, he is worshipable by the four-headed Brahma. प्रकाश होइला गौर चंद्र दास दिखे उठैला आनंद रूप कोटि मंडल जिनिना हासे निज कीर्तन सुनिया. The Lord's beauty defeats that of millions of people. He laughs upon hearing his holy names chanted. अति सुमधुर मुख अंकी महाराज चिन्ह सभा देखी. The Lord's face and eyes are most sweet. Ati su madhura. Kya? Mukha. Mukha means the face. And Akhi, the eyes. And his body is decorated with the signs of a king. Maharaj Chinna Sabha Dekhi. Shri Charane Dhwaja Vajra Shobhe Sabe Ange Jag Manalobhe. His lotus feet are marked with the flag and thunderbolt. This is always the flag and thunderbolt on the sole of the feet. All his limbs attract the minds of all people. Dure gela sakala apad, vyakta hoila sakala sampad. By his advent, all dangers is vanquished and all prosperity is manifested. This is very important. That all which is inauspicious is vanquished by the appearance of Lord Chaitanya. And all prosperity is manifested. Śrī Caitanya Nityananda Jana Vrindavana Dasa Gunagana. Accepting Śrī Caitanya Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I Vrindavan Das sing the glories of the lotus feet. चैतन्य अवतार सुनिया देवगण उठिले पामर मंगल रे सकल तापहर श्रीमुख चंद्र देखी आनंदे होइला विभल रे. Hearing that Lord Chaitanya has incarnated, all the demigods became overjoyed. They were overwhelmed with ecstasy on seeing the Lord's face, which destroys all miseries. Ananta Ananta Brahma Shiva Adi Kore Yata Deva Sabai Nara Rupa Dhari Re Gayana Hari Hari Grahana Chala Kari Likhita Kehe Nahi Pari Re. Anant Shesh, Brahma, Lord Brahma, Shiva, and other demigods accept the form of human beings and chant Hari Hari on the pretext of the eclipse. No one, however, can recognize them. Dashadike Dhanya Lokha Nadi Aya Baliya Ucha Hari Hari Re Manusha Devi Mile Ekatra Hoya Keli Ananda Navadvipa Puri Re. The people of Navadvip ran in 10 directions while loudly chanting Hari Hari. The demigods and human beings mixed together, and the whole of Navadvip is filled with ecstasy. Sachirangane sakala devagane pranama hoya padila re grahana andhakare lakhite kehanare Duragneya Chaitanya Khelare. All the demigods came to the courtyard of Sachi Devi and offered their obeisances. Due to the darkness of the eclipse, no one can recognize them. Such are the mysterious pastimes of Śrī Caitanya. केहा पड़े स्तुति कहा रे होइते छठी केहा चामर ढुलाए रे परम हरिषे केहा पुष्प वरिषे केहा नाचे केहा गाए यारे. Such demigods offer prayers. Someone holds an umbrella, another one waves a charmer, some happily shower flowers, others dance, and some play musical instruments. सब भक्त संग करी आइला गौरा हरि पाषंडी किछु न जानी रे श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद वृंदावन रास गुण रे. Lord Gaurahari descended along with his devotees, but the atheists did not understand a thing. Accepting Śrī Caitanya and Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories of the lotus feet. Only 2-3 prayers are left. Dundubi dindima mangal jaya dhvani gaye madhur rasale re vederya gochara aji bhetava vilambe nahi aur kaal re. The demigods play kettle drums, and this is another kind of drum. Dindima drums chant the auspicial sound of Jaya and swing in sweet melodies. The demigods think, today we will see the Lord who is unknown through the Vedas. Therefore, let us not waste time. Anande Indrapura Mangala Koha Kolahala Saja Saja Bali Sajare Bahuta Punya Bhagya Chaitanya Prakasha Paula Navadipa Majhire. In this way, the residents of Amravati are in ecstasy. What is Amravati? Who knows Amravati? Anyone been to that Amravati which is mentioned here? Not the Amravati in the Maharashtra state. What is Amravati? Bolo, what is Amravati? So many videos are off. Dayashil, your video is also now you developing a habit of video off. What is Amravati? तुम्हारे नहीं पता अमरावती? पता करो. What is Amravati? In this way, the residents of Amravati are in ecstasy, and an auspicious commotion arises as they decorate themselves to go and see the Lord. Due to our great fortune, we will see Chaitanya in Navadip. Bhaktivedanta Maharaj ने clear कर दिया. The word Indrapuri refers to Amravati. अब तो clear हो गया. अन्यो अन्य अलिंगना कुंभना घना घना लाज केहा नहीं मान रे नदिया पुरंदर जन्म उल्लासे आपन परा nahi jaan re. Being overjoyed on the birth of Lord Nadia, Lord of the Nadia, the demigods repeatedly embrace and kiss each other without reservation or consideration of whether one is free, one is friend or stranger. आई छना कहू तके आइला नवदीपे चौदी के सुनी हरि नाम रे पाइया गौर रस विवल परावश चैतन्य जय जय गान रे. In this joyous condition, they came to Navdeep. Who? All the demigods, Brahma and Shiva, and hear the sound vibration of Hari names from all sides. There they taste Gaura's emotions, ecstatic emotions, and become overwhelmed as they sing his glories. Dekhila Sachi Grihe Gauranga Sundare एकत्र राइचे कोटि चंद्र रे, मनुष्य रूप धरी ग्रहण छला करी, बोलाय उच्च हरि नाम रे. So all these demigods, they came in disguise. Chala re, chala kari. There in the Sachi's house, they see the beautiful form of Lord Gauranga, who resembled millions of moon embodied together in the guise of human beings. On the pretext of the eclipse, they all loudly chant the name of Lord Hari. This is the last verse. Sakala Shakti Sange Aila Gaur Chandra Pashandi Kichuna Janare Śrī Caitanya Nityananda Chanda Prabhu Jan Vrindavan Das Rase Ganare. Śrī Gaurachandra appears along with his energies. But the atheists could not understand a thing. Accepting Śrī Caitanya and Nityananda Prabhu as my life and soul, I, Vrindavan Das, sing the glories at the lotus feet. Thus ends the English translation of the Gaudiya Bhashya of Śrī Caitanya Bhāgavata, chapter 2, entitled The Lord's Appearance. So we completed the second chapter. This chapter we read almost full. This is the appearance. I hope it will inspire all of us. What is the purpose and the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Is to make everyone chant and preach, so that they can be engaged in pure devotional service and they can be delivered. Śrī Caitanya Bhāgavata ki jai, Śrī Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari. Anyone wants to say something? कुछ तो बोलो. चैतन्य महाप्रभु का आविर्भाव हुआ है, कुछ नहीं बोलना है, कोई असर नहीं है.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. प्रभु जी, आपने 5 इंटरनल सर्विसेज बताई थी, वो क्या थी वो?
वो 5 रस में है.
और क्या क्या है वो?
शांत, दास्य, साख्य, वात्सल्य एंड माधुर्य. वेरी गुड, बहुत अच्छा. ये जीव का संबंध है भगवान के साथ. अगर इन 5 में से किसी भी संबंध में स्थापित हो जाएगा तो वो केवल एक ही काम करेगा, भगवान की भक्ति करेगा. और भक्ति करेगा तो क्या बनेगा? भक्त बनेगा. भक्त बनेगा तो क्या होगा? हाँ, वो जिसके भी संपर्क में आएगा उसका जीवन चेंज कर देगा, और उसका जीवन तो इस जन्म के बाद वैकुंठ में स्थित है. सब सब कुछ क्या हो जाएगा? मंगल हो जाएगा, वैकुंठ बना जगत को. हरे कृष्णा. यस देवदत्त बोले.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, जो पहला वाला रस आपने बताया शांत रस, वो थोड़ा बताइए, एक्सप्लेन करिए थोड़ा सा, क्या है?
शांत रस में क्या है कि इट इज पैसिव. जैसे कई भक्त भी शांत रस में हैं, और नॉर्मली बोला जाता है जैसे ट्रीज हैं, दे आर इन शांत रस. तो बहुत एक्टिव भगवान के साथ रेसिप्रोकेशन नहीं है, बट द अंडरलाइंग फीलिंग इज टू सर्व. शांत रस में मुझे भी शांत रस के बारे में बहुत ज्यादा पता नहीं, जितना मैंने सुना थोड़ा सा वो मैंने आपको बताया. इसलिए वो उतना एक्टिव नहीं है. इसलिए महाप्रभु ने क्या कहा? 4 ही भाव भक्ति दिया, नचाई मु त्रिभुवन. लेकिन एक्टिव कहां से होता है? when it is in the dasya, when we consider ourselves to be the servants and the property of our master. Shantras is called neutral. It begins, it is the first step. Okay.
यस प्रभु जी.
आपको जानना है तो मैं थोड़ा पता करके बताऊंगा. प्रभुपाद जी के आप वेदावेस में जाके कोट्स देखो शांत रस के बारे में, कई जगह है भागवतम में.
जी प्रभु जी.
बट बेटर दैट डोंट रिमेन इन शांत रस. हरे कृष्णा.